What's up everyone, it's day 3 of the Duos twist on Big Brother 24, which means it's day 2 of Duets Week on TV Talks with Tom. Now folks, I introduced to you as Sunny and Cher. Wait, that's wrong. It's Tom and Tom. Taylor was the target, yeah, Alyssa, she plays as well as a chair. Take it Tom, thanks Tom. And Nicole made Joseph a birthday cake. We all know Jasmine's accent's very fake. Together. Daniel is an asshole. Is an asshole. That pretty much says it, folks. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you have not already and you want quick, concise and fun live feed updates on your YouTube feed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also please hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live on the channel. Alright gang, now yesterday I talked about yesterday being probably the most exciting live feed update I've ever done. Ever. Scratch that. It's today. And I don't say this lightly at all. In my time of doing Big Brother live feed updates, have been dogged down with so many predictable weeks and pleasing the HOH weeks. It's about to change. Strap yourselves in folks, because stick around in this video, because the updates I've got towards the end of this video are huge and game changing for this season. If you feel like you're about to check out, you're about to stay, trust me. But folks, we'll start off with the beginning of the day. So Nicole came out the diary room at one point, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this at one point, and she was crying her eyes out, and everybody was thinking, oh god, maybe she's heard some news about her mum back home, because of course we know she has a history with cancer. So the house kind of went into a situation where they were saying prayers and stuff for Nicole's mum, and Nicole had gone off into another bedroom, and Daniel was with her. And Taylor in one room was saying, oh, you know, we should say a prayer for her and all that kind of stuff. And she said, I'm not even religious, but we should say a prayer. And then Nicole and Daniel in the other room were basically slagging off Taylor, saying she's not a good person, you know, and it was horrible. It's horrible. And, you know, it turns out, I don't think anything actually happened with Nicole's mom. I think production had called her out in regards to some of the things she had been saying about Taylor and how it can make her look bad. So it's almost like Nicole can't take being the bad guy, and as a result, she takes it out on the good guy, Taylor. It doesn't make sense. But that just juxtaposes that. After that moment yesterday, I'm done with Nicole. Like, on a personal level, I'm done with her. On a game level as well, I mean, we'll get to that shortly, but on a personal level, I'm done with her. To kind of, because it kind of transpired more from that, and a big blow-up did actually happen a bit later on. And it was almost like she weaponised that against, because she didn't tell anyone for about half an hour that it wasn't anything to do with her mum. And then it was like all Taylor's fault and stuff like, chaos basically. Not fair, and Taylor was being genuine and wanting to say a prayer. And Nicole was just kind of being a bit of a dick. Alright, so the feeds went down for a while and they came back, and ladies and gentlemen, our winner of the power of veto is Michael and Brittany as a duo. Now let's talk about that for a moment, because Michael Bruner has won 3 vetoes in a row. Not only 3 vetoes in a row, but the first 3 vetoes of the season. Holy moly. I mean, how impressive. I mean, if somebody told me Michael was going to be the comp beast of the season before we came in, I mean, congrats to Brittany as well, but I feel like simply because of the fact it's 3 in a row, all the lights on Michael right now, and it's amazing. I am so excited for him. As a fan of the show, I'm sure he's just as much a fan as I am, and it just fills me with so much happiness seeing a fan live out his dream of... I know I'm a fan, and I know a lot of you guys are fans, right? And we've imagined that moment of Julie going, congratulations, you are the new HOH, and, you know, you've won the power of veto. Like, we've all imagined those moments, and Michael's just done it 3 times in a row, and that's amazing. I'm so happy and proud of him. It's just amazing to see. But also, what does it look like to other people when you've won 3 vetoes in a row? It looks like you're a huge threat, and it looks like they cannot take you to the end. And that is something they're going to be saying. If we're in week 9 or week 10, they'll be going, hold up, like, Michael won 3 vetoes in a row on week 1 to 3. That is a huge case when he talks to the jury. Not to mention all the other vetoes he's won along the way on weeks 6 and 7 and 9. You know, it basically, it makes him look like a huge threat, so he needs to lay low for a few weeks. But the good thing about Michael is people really like him. He's not one of those people who, because comp beasts have a history of, you know, comp beasting, but their social game isn't as good, so as a result they get the boot. Michael is comp beasting, and people really like him as well, so he's been able to avoid people saying, let's get Michael out. I haven't heard a single person say Michael's got to go yet. Well, there was one comment from Nicole, because I think she told him about him being a cop, about her being a cop, or ex-cop, but nothing to do with his comp wins, which is absolutely remarkable that his social game's actually tamping that down. Okay, now for a very controversial moment in the day. So when the feeds were down for the veto competition, we didn't get to see, but there was apparently a huge fight. And it appears like it was a one-sided fight of Daniel and Nicole berating Taylor and blowing up on her. Because we had people going, I didn't expect Daniel to blow up like that on Taylor, I didn't expect this. And, you know, Nicole trying to rationalise to Ameerah saying, I didn't belittle her, I didn't mock her, I didn't do any of those things. But then we had Kyle say later, she literally chewed up Taylor for 10 minutes, or chewed on Taylor for 10 minutes, and Joseph was sticking up for Taylor as well. And this is where we're starting to see the cogs turn. People are going, hang on, how can Taylor always be the bad guy? Because some people in life obviously don't change their tune and they just continue going on and on and on, and that is very apparent with Nicole, Daniel, Jasmine. Ameerah could make that claim as well, even Terence, you know. Whereas we've got Kyle and Joseph all of a sudden going, this isn't right. This isn't right. Taylor is getting very misunderstood here, because Kyle stuck up for it and said, you know, Taylor remained calm as Nicole just chewed on her for 10 minutes straight. And Taylor was explaining as well how Daniel had blamed her, get ready for this folks, Daniel had blamed her as the reason why Paloma left the house. Daniel is a scumbag. I don't even care what anyone says. That is low. Taylor is so kind, she's so generous, she's so warm, she's talkative, she's endearing. She is not. Paloma was the reason Paloma left the house. Paloma was a bully. She bullied Taylor, ostracised her, and then she left the house. It's not Taylor's fault. I need to say that right now, because I don't want... well, I'm using my platform to give my opinion anyway, because I'm seeing so much stuff in the house going on where people are turning a blind eye to Taylor. Not so much anymore, because people are starting to stick up for her. Thank God. But I don't want to be silent on my platform. Taylor was not the reason why Paloma left. She was not the reason at all. And for Daniel to say that is incredibly low. And Daniel should be ashamed of himself for saying that. But Daniel and Nicole blowing up on Taylor does not sit well with me. They should be ashamed. And it just seems like the fact that they are constantly going at somebody who has done nothing wrong, it just comes across like they're mad at themselves, if that makes sense. Something must be really, really wrong with them internally for them to be so harsh to somebody who's done absolutely nothing wrong to them. Self-reflection is required, I think, in these kind of situations. And unfortunately in life, some people are incredibly incapable of self-reflection, and that makes things even more difficult. I'm hoping Daniel and Nicole aren't going to be like that, but the next couple of updates I'm going to get onto is probably going to please quite a lot of you, because it seems like the tables are turning, folks. Okay, now I am very, very excited to deliver these next few updates. This is absolutely amazing news. So we talked a little bit about yesterday how Joseph turned 25 and all of a sudden he started gaming. It's like Joseph at 24 was like, he was good looking, but you know, and then we got to Joseph at 25 and it's like, he's strategizing, he's sticking up for Taylor, he's finding the votes, he wants to backdoor Ameerah, and he's looking fine AF. 25-year-old Joseph is becoming one of my favourite house guests, and definitely one of the viewers' favourite house guests. He is wanting to take out Ameerah, so he's planting the seeds with Kyle, with Turner, with Taylor, with Brittany, with Michael, with Monty, and we'll get onto that again very, very shortly, but they've kind of put together the plan of Ameerah and Terence going up on the block. They don't have a clue either. They don't have a clue. Oh my god, right. So if y'all aren't watching the live feeds, or you know you're kind of hesitant on watching live feed updates from the YouTubers, I highly advise everybody to keep watching this week and keep yourself updated, because Ameerah and Terence have no idea that they are going to be put on the block tomorrow. When Michael and Brittany use the power of veto on themselves, they're going to be thinking Taylor and Nicole are going up. That's not happening. Ameerah and Terence are going to go up. And Ameerah, who is one of the power players, is going to be backdoored on week 3. Kaboom! Amazing news. This is fantastic. And it gets better from here on out, because we see so many times in modern day Big Brother, people are terrified, people are absolutely terrified to make moves or try and figure things out, and the bottom feeders are often just picked off. The big alliance just picks them off. But, ladies and gentlemen, the tables are turning because the bottom feeders have all of a sudden put their heads together. Something that they never do in modern day Big Brother. They've put their heads together and realised, we're being played. It's time we created an alliance and battled this out. Folks, we have a split house. Let's talk about that. Folks, a brand new alliance has been formed. It's a mishap and mismatch of house guests that we would have never expected. But I'm finding myself rooting for them because they aren't ostracising Taylor. They are including her and actually realising, hang on, these people are kind of being dicks to Taylor, because Joseph was sticking up for her saying, this is crazy, like Taylor has become the punching bag of the house. I mean, I'm so happy Joseph called that out and said that, because it's so true. And then all of a sudden this group started to go, hang on, Taylor really has been misunderstood here. She has become the punching bag for the house and people have been mean to her for no reason whatsoever. So I'm so glad to see people are waking up. That's the effect that cruelty can have on you. People believe it. When you've got somebody with confidence being so horrible to someone like Jasmine and Daniel and Nicole saying all these horrible things about Taylor, you start to believe it because they say it with their chest, they say it with such confidence. You start to believe it. So I'm glad people have been able to rewire their brains and realise this is BS. But anyway, they've came together and realised, hang on, we're being played here. We got to put our heads together or otherwise we're going to get picked off. So we've got Michael, we've got Brittany, we've got Kyle, we've got Monty, we've got Turner, we've got Joseph, and folks, we've got Taylor. That 7 is now known as the Leftovers. What an amazing name as well, considering they are the outsiders. And they discussed that Ameerah is their first target. And also they would like to take out Daniel before jury and Nicole before jury. This is slowly turning into potentially one of the best seasons ever. I don't want to say that too early, but we had a really crappy start. And I'm trying to be optimistic here. But this is turning into something good. And if they can follow through, I mean, we're probably going to get a backdoor blindside this week of the tables turning where people actually, the bottom feeders are rising up. This is going to be one of the best weeks in Big Brother history. It's giving Big Brother 6 vibes. We've got the Sovereign 6 versus the Friendship Alliance. But I think we're actually potentially, with a bit of luck, going to see the Sovereign 6 succeed. Taylor's Janelle in question, and let's hope Janelle Taylor can get to the final 2 this time and take the win. We've got some exciting stuff for you folks, and I haven't been excited about Big Brother like this in a long time. So y'all old school fans who are watching right now, I know will be just as happy as I am. And also to the new Big Brother fans who just started watching this year, take this moment folks, because trust me, take it from us, the people who've watched it for a while. We're probably not going to get something like this for a while, so enjoy this season and lap it up because this is turning into something good. It's a split house folks. And things are looking beautiful. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below, because boy, is it a good one today. How are you feeling about the Leftover Alliance? Are you excited to hopefully see Ameerah blindsided at the veto ceremony and on eviction night? There's just lots to talk about, so let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, folks, it's eviction night, so I will be going live tonight before the show. I always get tempted to go live after, but it's just so late on my time zone, so it's just... doesn't quite get there, but I'll be going live before the show, maybe some point later in the season, but I'm going live before the show tonight, so join me there folks for some chat as we see Pooch get the boot. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Make sure that you are staying safe, staying positive and staying healthy out there, and remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host Tom Vasey. Say it with me folks, good night.